to St. Johann Alpendorf and all the way from the border of Italy here into the commentary booth, Fabian Costa. More than happy to have you here and to joining us for the next stages here at the Tour of Austria. And what a tour it was so far. Welcome and looking forward to being with you here.
Yeah, also a warm welcome from my side. I'm super happy to be here again after you have sent Emily off to race on her own. Yeah, you can see clear sky, no clouds, 23 degrees Celsius at the start. It will be a little warmer now for the riders when we look back to yesterday.
Second stage, what an enormous Queen stage it was. All the way from Bad Kleinkirchheim up to the Großglockner. It was amazing. And for sure also with an outstanding performance by each and everyone, but especially by the Austrian national team bringing up Gregor Mühlberger to crown himself for the second time to the Glockner King after he was the youngest one at 2014. It pretty much shook up a little bit the GC, but still some good things ahead. Fight between Paul Dobbe from Jaco Elula and Gregor Mühlberger, and here we have it. The pictures from yesterday at a more picturesque Großglockner. From the Großglockner we're switching to the Lienz Dolomites, where we headed off earlier today, and here the GC 1 minute 31 plus for Kevin Vermelke 1:41. Bauke Mollema, who is in his very last season as a pro athlete for Lidl Trek, so this pretty much for him a precious race here. Jerseys, Kevin Vermelke in the green, Paul Dobbe in the red, Andrew August in the black jersey and orange jersey as best Austrian. And for all of you wondering why there's a star next to their names, actually in fact it is Gregor Mühlberger wearing the red, the green and the orange one. So Kevin, Paul and Philip are the substitutes for him in that stage, ranked in second place. Having the earliest of today, as I said, we took off in Lienz for that 189.5 long stage, and with 2,415 meters of elevation gain. As it is a tradition, we have the team presentation here. The Stork MW team on stage. That strong Austrian Conti team, VSA KTM Graz, did an incredible job yesterday in the breakaway with Lukas Hatz. Schwingshandel also with some attacks there. And here we have the next team, that is Lucky Sports Cycling. There it is Foster on the stage, the Polish team at the Feld am See, and we have the Lucky Sports Cycling team again, a young Swedish team. It is the sign-in of the stage here, Fabi.
Yeah, I think the mood within the teams is still pretty good. Everybody's motivated for today's stage. I got a lot of texts yesterday from most of the teams, especially the Austrian teams. They're in a really good and happy place, and all of them are super happy for Gregor Mühlberger to have done an incredible job so far, taking 2 out of 2 stages. So the Austrians are not fighting against each other.
And we're also switching into the first interview with Andrea Baglioli from Little Track.
The guy for today's stage.
Yeah, can be, and the last climb suits me pretty well, and yeah, I think the condition is pretty good. I showed already in the first stage. Yesterday I tried to save a bit of energy, and yeah, we'll see.
How do you like the little tour of Austria so far?
Yeah, it's really nice, and also the yesterday stage was super nice. The climb was hard, but the view on top was really nice, and I'm happy to be here, and the people are nice, so it's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So counted as the man of the stage today, 188.7. Again, a little over. We start with an early sprint classification, then a KOM category 4 and 3 all the way through the Felbertauern towards the Pinzgau. Then we are turning left in Zell am See into the Bongau, where then everything comes together at St. Johann Alpendorf. After last year's again having them as a Finnish host for the Lidl Tour of Austria. And now it is about to start at 11 o'clock in the morning in Lienz. Again, the jerseys. Hofbauer, Vermeerke, Paul Dobber, Gregor Mühlberger.
We had a sprint already 3 kilometers into the race, so they were off to a hectic start. Yeah, the guys yesterday, they told me they expected a big group to go from the start, so every team wants to be included in that breakaway. So the pace at the start has been ferocious.
Yeah, we have seen it so far. It was hectic in the peloton, and here is that first sprint classification, and some more points for the team Schwingshandel Intra Logistics. And now rolling through the valley towards the border, which separates East Tyrol from Salzburg. A very well-known border, the Felbertauern, where you have to go through that tunnel, 5.6k long tunnel with some false flat parts in it.
Yeah, they hurt a lot, and especially at the beginning when the attacks go and all of the riders try to be in the breakaway. Hopefully they won't be there tall later in the stage.
Matrai right now, where we had the first KOM category 3 climb, which was rewarded with 6, 4 and 2 points at kilometer 33.4. That was that first KOM and the very start of that high alpine road up to the Felbertauern, where we then had at 47.1k that next KOM, also category 3 climb, and here the same 6, 4 and 2 points with a length of 10.75k, 4.4 in average, maxing out to 7.5%. That was that point where it all ended here at the DKOM.
Piotr Bekala from Poland took the maximum points there.
And through the tunnel with high speed towards Mittersill. Then there we had pretty intense right-hander into the Pinzgau. There you can see it. And leaving the national park Hohe Tauern, where we're able to see also the Kitzsteinhorn there, one of the Austrians' glacier ski resorts. And now we are back live in the race. On our way to Taxenbach, on our way to St. Johann Bischofshofen, where we circle a little bit around 76.2 kilometers still to go, and we still have that 2 minutes 30 gap to that breakaway. And as you said before, it is a huge breakaway.
Yeah, we have 21 riders, including 3 from UAE, 3 riders from EF Education Easy Post. We have 2 riders from Ceko Alula, including Patrick Gamper and Asbjørn Hellemose. We have the Austrian champion Michael Gogel alongside his 2 teammates from Alpecin, Hugo Hull and Oskar Riesbeck. We have 2 riders from Lidl Trek. We have 2 riders from Ineos. We have Ricardo Zeudel, who is also in his last Tour of Austria, former winner of the race. We have Thomas Tichler from VSA. We have Bikala Piotr, who took the KOMs earlier today. We have Sebastian Putz, who is from the national team, and he is riding for his leader, Gregor Mühlberger. So
yeah, we are in that breakaway right now. We just saw Sebastian Putz. We see the riders from EF Education, especially Vincenzo Albanese right now. Then also Antonio Morgado, the Portuguese national champ in it. And now leading that train, Samuele Battistella, EF Education Easy Post. And it is pretty much the first time, or let us say a bit a longer time, to see UAE in that breakaway. And also again from Tyrol KTM Cycling, Nicolas Ginter, who had an outstanding performance at stage number 1. Unfortunately had some issues right in front of the finish line. Otherwise he will be for sure somewhere in the top 10 to be found. So also Tyrol KTM Cycling, as a total under 23 team, is doing an incredible job so far at the 75th Lidl Tour of Austria.
yeah, I mean, we saw Jonas Holzknecht doing a top 20 result yesterday on the Großglockner. I mean, we know he is a very capable climber. He took the unofficial KOM on Strava up to Passo Rombo, the Timmelsjoch. So he is in really, really good shape. And right now, interesting to see UAE pulling in front of the peloton.
Yeah, we
they have 3 riders in the breakaway, so
that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
It is Matteo van den Vingegaard, 18 years young. Special is being a sprinter and also having incredible results so far on his set card, with a third on a stage of the Istrian Spring Tour 2026, representing Belgium. So that is a kind of a new situation we're having here, with UAE having 2 up front in the breakaway, then start, or 3 in the breakaway, and then starting to push at the peloton. And also Jan Christen, it is the first time
we
in
see
the
him
tour to
in
see him
action.
in the breakaway.
yeah. So we expect a lot from the Swiss champion today. They said if he were to draw a finish for a stage, it would look quite close to today's stage, so it should suit him really, really well. But we saw him stretching his legs earlier, so he might already, even now we see some shake of the muscles, so it is hot. Cramps are extremely dangerous today because they can end your race very, very soon.
Karl-Emil Kjelsand is there a bit shaking. So yeah, Jan Christen was stretching out his legs on the downhill from the Felbertauern towards Mittersill. So that was quite of an unusual picture by that top leader in the UAE team for that Tour of Austria, because coming here with some proper stage wins at some classics and big stage races. A bit, not that picture we hope same time here. Also always shaking a little bit his legs there. So it is a bit of a chaotic first half of the race, actually.
Yeah, and today we have a novelty. We have 4 riders with onboard cameras in the race, so we might hear some chit-chat inside the groups and also give you some new insights within the peloton.
Right now we are in the downhill to St. Johann Alpendorf, and that is that so-called onboard cam with Adrian Stieger from Schwingshandel Intra Logistics here with the 116 and full focus is for sure here VSA KTM Graz with Jakob Settig and Florian Sieber it was. So to look a little bit onto that profile, the first real judgment points are kinda over, to say that, because we had that start in Lienz, sprint in Lienz, KOM in Matrei, and the highest point of that stage with Felbertown. Then an incredible long and fast downhill all the way towards to that position we are right now. It is a little bit of a kicker in it, and then we are going all the way down to, again towards Buchberg next to Schwarzach. So that is that stage right now. Stage 3 for sure started in Lienz. Here we have them at a 120k so far. The question is, who of all those athletes got the freshest legs after yesterday's Queen Stage? Yesterday's Queen Stage was an enormous task for the athlete, especially for those took over the role as domestiques there, because we have seen quite a few pictures, especially from that company Ineos, where they tried to bring Andrew August into an incredible position, or also Lidl Trek, Alpecin Premier Tech, and for sure Jaco Elula and the national team. So that is going to be quite an interesting question then for us later on when it comes to that mountaintop finish at the St. Johann Alpendorf.
Yeah, for now it looks really good for our breakaway. I mean, there is a decent size breakaway with 23 riders or 22 riders in front, so it's looking good for them at the moment. I mean, from previous experiences we can see that too many people have too many interests in a breakaway, so it might not be the best opportunity for them, but as long as they keep working together, they have really good cards to play them right. And in the end, I think it's a finish that would suit Michi Gogel quite well alongside Jan Christen. There's some really strong riders within this breakaway. Asbjørn Hellemose, I mean, they all have teammates within that leading group. So for now, I think the chasers have to do a lot of work to bring them back.
Yeah, 2 minutes 34 gap between breakaway and peloton. And just to let you know, Amelie did an incredible job in terms of predictions. So now it's your pressure to also bring us some predictions as your as a former pro cyclist. It would be amazing to get something like that. She said yesterday 25k before the finish, they will catch the breakaway, and she was totally right there.
So
The pressure is on, Fabi.
Now you put me on the spot. I predict that the breakaway will stay clear and that Niels and Paulus will go for the win.
Okay. After, I guess, 140 days, it is the first real proper racing for him after suffering a knee injury, and also was in focus at stage number 1. And yesterday also kind of in the focus. So probably it is a good call to bring Niels and Paulus into that top contender spot.
I mean, when I think of Niels and Paulus, there's this one race where he sprinted off 3 guys from Jumbo-Visma in, I think it was a Belgian classic race, and that was an outstanding performance. And being sidelined for so long, I think he's eager to go for it today.
Yeah, and it was also interesting to see Carl Emil Kjeldsand from Norway here with going with the team of Trali Repsol. Normally his role in the team is being a domestique, but right now he is in the breakaway, even though he's kind of always trying to keep that gap closed here, but also probably it is the day for the dark horses coming to stage win there.
Yeah, of course. I mean, as you said, the cards look pretty good for our breakaway, and I mean, I don't want to name anybody as a dark horse in here because they've got some serious firepower. I know for a fact that also Patrick Gamper, he's really, really strong at the moment. He gave me a hard time a week ago when we went on the ride. He's full of motivation, and he's also quite motivated to show something on home soil. So if I had to name or give him the name of a dark horse, he's the one that I would root for and go for.
Asbjørn Helemos from Jaco Elula is now here, placed himself in a bit of a front spot at that.
Sebastian Putz took this sprint. For the Austrian national team, also former teammate of mine, really nice and funny guy.
It's just to circle back to Asbjørn Helemos, last year's 7th place overall at the Tour of Austria, 2nd Tour de l'Avenir 2023, and his his role or his speciality is being a climber or a GC.
Yeah, I would put him more into this rolling terrain. He's really good in the mountains, but he's also got a really strong kick on the sprints. He used to live around Innsbruck, so we had quite a big training group there, and whenever you'd go for a town sign sprint, he would be one of the guys to look out for. So he's got a really, really good, strong kick.
Hector Alvarez, also 19 years young. Last year, 7th at stage 1, 3rd at stage 2 of the Tour of Austria, and also Wise European Road Cycling Champion, Junior Champion 2024. Also somebody to keep on the list.
Yeah, for sure. Now we back in the peloton, and we have Team Vorarlberg with 2 guys pulling in the front, so they have nobody in the breakaway today, so they are the ones to help Team Austria and try to bring them back. Maybe they have they have some strong riders for this finish today. I mean, Tangele and Nolde, they all showed that they are very capable on fast uphill finishes, so they're not happy with the situation at the moment.
Being on board with Felix Rützler here
Yeah,
from
he's
the KTM Tyrol cycling team. Also incredible young athletes, 23. His role in the team is like being the Austrian talent there.
yeah,
And
of
he
course.
did so far an incredible job here
Yeah.
at
He's also a
that.
very strong climber. I've seen them being on altitude camp all the way in the back of the Ötztal Valley, so they spend 3 weeks preparing for this tour of Austria in altitude. They all come here in really, really good shape.
And he was pulling yesterday
Yeah.
quite for a while, going through the Mörtal towards Winklen, where actually that climb up to the Großglockner started. So also he probably was a little bit in favor for not just the Tyrol KTM cycling team, especially for Jonas Holzknecht, who would have been the top contender at the Tyrol KTM cycling team, but also a little bit for the Austrian national team. They're like same like we've seen here, Team Vorarlberg. So the question occurs for me is right now, is there any talking between the teams, or especially the Austrian teams, to bring one of another team over to that GC win?
I mean, every team would like to bring home the victory themselves, but if they were to have another guy win, they'd probably favor a fellow Austrian, because they know each other from racing throughout the whole year. And yeah, if you can make life easier, they will, and try to make it as hard as they can for the others.
So right now, Niklas Ginter is again pulling that breakaway. He's leading out that train.
Yeah.
2 minute 19, but the gap between a peloton and a breakaway shrinking by each and every K here.
Yeah, they still have to do quite a job to get there, but yeah, as soon as the breakaway starts to hesitate and look at each other, they will either see some attacks from the breakaway, or worse, the breakaway getting caught.
So right now, St. Johann im Bongau, as it called, with an incredible view towards that mountain range Hohe Tauern. So we've been here last year, and when we can remember a little bit from last year's stage all the way up to St. Johann Alpendorf, there's one team sticking out, Team Vorarlberg, with an incredible long breakaway.
Yeah, so different situation today.
Coming from the other side.
Yeah, but today still, again, they have marked this stage in their road books, and that's why we see them pulling in front of the peloton and trying to bring this breakaway back.
Arietta, Igor Arietta is calling for the team car, that Vuelta España finisher 2024, Spanish under 23 time trial champion, but it was quite a while ago, 2021. Now he's 23 years of age, and also mentioned as being hell of a climber there.
Yeah, the teams had to bring a lot of different riders to this tour of Austria. We had one really big mountain stage yesterday. We had a rolling hill stage on the first day, and today another mountain or rolling hill stage, and we will have a very, very good occasion for the sprinters going home to Vienna on the last day. So there is an opportunity for every type of rider in this year's Little Tour of Austria. But we have to see who
Watson from net company Ineos in the picture. Also another strong rider by net company.
ice socks for Team Vorarlberg. The peloton looks a bit stretched out, so
It's a sign for a high
pace. So
high
the pace
pace
is
there.
going up. And we are on board with Lukas Hatz, former mountain biker. He is also giving me a lot of insights into Team VSA KTM. So they are a really small team, but these guys, they have a lot of fun within their group. And I think you can see it clearly in their performances. So they try to sacrifice themselves for each other every single day.
Yesterday in that long breakaway, Lukas had more than 2.5 hours in the breakaway, and for more than 110k long. That was an incredible job by that, enormously strong continental team, because no pro team or no world tour team was found in that breakaway. Then when Netcompany Ineos decided to pull a little bit more, or to bring up the pace in the peloton a little bit more, that gap shrinked until that KOM at Heiligenblut, the 75th edition, it was actually that bonus classification we have this year. Going onto the main road in direction of Bischofshofen, known for the Four Hills tournament in winter. Ski jumping is a huge thing, especially in that region here. But this year's, and since last year, it is again that world stage for incredible cycling sports.
Yeah, we have no former ski jumper in this race, but we have somebody performing quite well on skis, who is Paul Welbniak, the guy riding for the Austrian national team. So he's a world-class ski mountaineer, really fast uphill athlete, no matter what terrain and what type of sports. He's a quite fast runner, ski mountaineer, and also an outstanding athlete on the bike.
Yeah, and he was last year at the Tour of Austria with the Lidl Trek development team.
Exactly. So he's back with the national team. He hasn't done a lot of races on the road this year. He had a quite long season on the skis, also doing the Winter Olympics for the very first time. And yeah, he's also quite a character, a super funny guy.
There's something happening right now.
So the breakaway is not...
Oh, it's stretched
really
out. They used the momentum.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
So they are now trying to look for a separation in the breakaway. It's too many guys, obviously, for the rider from Team Ineos.
That try.
And now I think that's Patrick Kampert driving full force in front. Yeah, that's his specialty. I mean, trying to follow Patrick on a flat road, I can tell you that's quite a task.
Yeah, but it is not that successful as probably they want it to be, because the gap is closing a bit more and more, and we still have a huge breakaway here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can see it, probably that pressure is out. Jan Christen sticks
kind of ripped in half.
There's another attack here by Jaco Elula.
Yeah, Helmose trying to go with Gogol back to the
Igor Vieta takes it. Jan Christen from UAE sticks to the back wheel from...
So now the cars will be shuffled again. So now we have three smaller groups. Small spaces in between them. Yeah, so now the teams are separated. So we had 2 or 3 riders from each team within the group.
60 kilometers an hour here. And it is the first real testing there in that breakaway, trying to separate good from the best.
Man from boys.
Jaco Elula now in charge of leading out that train.
Pulling in front. he can bring back Helmoise. There will be 2 riders again, but it looks like the breakaway is coming back together again.
That's one from Ineos. It is Peter Oxenberg,
Danish rider, and Thomas Tichler, and the young Swiss man Nicolas Ginter. They are suffering at the back of this breakaway.
Yeah, Jan Christian also wasn't able to follow here.
Yeah, so now they will be very responsive and stare at each other for the remaining 55 kilometers, because the trust in their companions is gone now.
Nicolas Ginter glued to the back wheel of Christian. So we are back in format. Oh, that is a little bit of, yeah, sniffing each other, looking at each other, trying to catch the weaknesses of the competitors
now,
here.
It looks like by hesitation we have another small split in the breakaway. And these attacks, they are starting to hurt. So I think they are trying to reduce the breakaway rider by rider until the elastic band snaps.
Antonio Morgado also here, peloton again, all super quiet. Alpendorf pulling.
They are trying to keep the pace steady, so they don't waste too much energy bringing back the breakaway. It's still quite a big gap with 2.5 minutes, so it won't be possible for a smaller group of 2 or 3 riders to bridge to the breakaway. It would be a suicide attempt.
That is a bit of an unusual formation here, especially we can see it a little bit on the trees. We got a bit of a headwind, not too much there, but still a little bit. Ineos is in front here with Hugo Huel and Jaco. Now Alpecin Premier Tech. Yeah, there's an unsureness in it.
Now they're trying to reorganize the breakaway. You saw the gesture, doing this small circle with his finger. He wants to get the breakaway going again and try to work together. But once the trust is gone, it's quite hard for them to do the right thing. And that's what the riders mentioned. They expected a quite big breakaway to go, but once they start to attack each other, they will have problems staying out. But still the gap is remaining the same. We have 2 minutes 40, so it's staying between 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 40.
Yeah, but there's still no relaxation in that breakaway. Also, Nielsen Paulus was in chat with, I guess, Igor Arietta.
Yeah.
It was. Here having Michi Gogel, the Austrian national champion, in front right now, riding for Alpecin Premier Tech. So also 2 of Alpecin are in that breakaway.
Yeah, the riders with more than one, or the teams with more than one rider, they have the possibility to attack one after the other. So all the other riders have to cover those attacks, and they have only to do the half of these attacks, and that will narrow the field down.
Bischofshofen right now. Right-hand turn, leaving the main road.
Then we are into another small kicker up to Buchberg, 2.1 kilometers at 8.7%. It's a category 2 climb coming up in 5 to 6 kilometers.
An easy kicker for them before we then have at 160 another sprint classification at Hüttau. So we're gonna have a little circle here, circling back then here, that ski jumping hill we talked earlier, also able to jump in the summertime, but that's a thing. It's not right now, not interesting for us.
Now we are back in the peloton. All the way in the back we have the rider from Aube, Kantenfeld am See, number 106.
Matic Sumer, Slovenian climber specialist.
And now another attack by Patrick Gamba. I told you, he's in for something today.
Yeah.
Bringing along Hugo Hur from Team Alpecin. Oh, that's Oskar Riesebeck. And now the other riders are trying to jump across and still catch the Gampa train.
The Gampa train. Or maybe they're getting away with that breakaway in it, but they're still fighting behind.
Yeah, everybody who missed this opportunity wants to jump across and still go in the leading group. I wonder how long these guys can take these on. Because this gap to the peloton is still going up, so the pace in the front is super high.
Super high through those narrow Austrian villages. And yeah, every once in a while there are a bunch of people next to the road trying to celebrate that 75th Lidl Tour of Austria.
Now we are into this climb. Up to
Buchberg. Category
2
climb, which is rewarded with 8, 6 and 4 points. F right now is pulling.
Here
we have it maxing out to 13.5%, but is, even though it isn't in the end, it is right at the start, an average of 9.1. And on 2K, 184 meters in elevation gain. Probably also a little bit of scratching that Cat 1 climb there.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you have had the feeling of getting cramps earlier today, this is quite the place for them to really pop up and
really catch them.
Yeah, it is hot. I mean, we saw riders already taking in ice socks, and you can see it's taking a toll on the two riders. Number 53, that's Theo Geoghegan, former Grand Tour winner, and Sebastian Putz. Yeah.
It's now the time for Jan Christen to step into the focus. It is the first time at the Tour of Austria, seeing him leading out that breakaway, even though it's an KOM climb with a reduced speed there, but still nice to see him in that leading position with EF. And Jaco Lula, and unfortunately
he's still fighting hard to stay in the group. Sebastian Putz also fighting to stay in the group is number 36.
It's Oskar Riesebeck from Lidl Track. And
53, that is Theo Gegenhardt. Nicolas Ginter now in the back of this leading group, and now Jan Christian is pushing it. He's trying to...
Oscar Riesebeck, Alpecin Premier Tech, not
yeah.
Lidl Track, sorry.
No. Now Jan Christian, he's really going for this KOM here, pushing super hard in front. I think he was putting his poker face on today, so giving the impression to the other riders that he's not feeling well, but he has marked this stage in his road book.
Yeah, but
for
we
sure.
still have 50k to go, and the gap widened up to 3 minutes and 7 seconds right now, but that is an incredible high pace up the Buchberg right now, probably at the end of that steepest section, 13.5%. And just to keep that in mind, it is an average of 9.01% on the distance of 2 kilometers. So that is...
Nasty climb.
Yeah. That's not just a little kicker anymore.
No, but comparing them to the other mountains we previously had, it's for them it's a smaller kicker.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. For a few of them, probably there. Here
Adam Yates, Johannes now struggling in the back. Nicolas Ginter, Patrick Gamper, and number 175, that's Kjels and Karl Emil from Norway.
And also from Rembe rad-net, Johannes Adamits with the 181.
They should reach the top of the climb quite soon and then try to come back in the downhill.
Rembe rad-net for sure also yesterday with Mauro Brenner, and after the first stage, Mauro Brenner in an incredible long breakaway with Tobias Nolde, Loic Bettendorf, awarded as the most active rider after yesterday's stage, and also taking home that 75th classification at Heiligenblut was incredible. Also there he was in the breakaway for more than 2.5 hours. So Rembe rad-net, that German team,
presenting them really, really well.
Incredible job by them.
A strong season this year, and now we're back in the leading group. They are fighting to hold on. We have a lot of small gaps between our leading group now, and I don't think all of them will make it back together.
We have a beautiful view up to the Hochkönig.
Nicolas Ginter, Thomas Tichler, Ricardo Zeudel, they're here struggling to remain in this leading group. Now also Jan Christian with a small gap to the first 6 riders. There we have the KOM line,
which means we are going in a little descent. And in the replay one more time, that KOM sprint from, I guess, Tradi Repsol. It could be.
Kjels and Karl Emil. Theo Gegenhardt pulling in the front now.
In the split stream, we have Repsol and we have UAE.
Would be Jan Christian, and then we have...
Oh, that's Antonio. Oh no, it's Jan Christian, sorry.
Red banner. And then we have Michi Gogel. He's also one of our top contenders for today's stage.
One of EF Education, one of Lidl, is counting 2 of UAE here, and Rally Repsol, same like then Netcompany Ineos and Alpecin Premier Tech. But UAE and Lidl is trying to start something on here, but there is the counter-attack by EF Education Post, so they're not letting them off the leash. Niels and Paulus, your top pick. They're not letting them off the leash easily here, but they managed to build up a little gap between the others who were in that breakaway. That is a pure racing sport here, pure tactic road cycling sport in Austria.
So we now have a split of 10 seconds between. Now it's up to 20, so we have 2 riders in front, Jan Christian and Hector Alvarez, with 5 seconds to 12 guys, and then we have another 20-second gap to the group of Patrick Gamper and Ricky Zeudel. So in the lead should be Jan Christian, Igor Arietta, Nielsen Paulus, Michi Gogel, Samuel Watson, Hector Alvarez, and Piotr Bekala.
And yeah, in that chase group 1, there's also 2 of EF Education, Easy Post, Samuele Battistella and Vincenzo Albanese. So EF in a pretty good position for today's stage there. Right now at 46.5k to go.
And bring the small gaps back and get into the lead again. The peloton is now 3.5 minutes behind, so they took a tumble there.
With 46.4k to go, 3.5 minutes. If they start to work again properly like they did before and having a good cooperation, wouldn't it be possible for them to get over it and to reach St. Johann Alpendorf in the first real breakaway finish? Because yesterday we had, and the day before we had a single breakaway finish, even though the Gregor Mühlberger just started it 20 to 25 seconds before the finish area, actually, before the finish line. Even though Glockner was 4.1k ahead, but stage 1, it would be an amazing thing to see here.
Yeah, now it looks like Jan Christen is taking control and using his technical skills in the downhill to try and get away again.
On hairpin curve.
So it hurts a lot to try and bridge those gaps after every corner. So sprint all the way to the front to catch the train. So the situation as of now is 14 riders in this front group, and then we have 20 seconds to the rest of our former breakaway, and then it's 3 minutes 26 seconds to the peloton, who are now reaching the top of the Buchberg. They're just coming through this KOM at the moment. So Jan Christian and Niels and Paulus now forming a duo and try to get a gap. I wonder what the damage is now.
Lucky we have the helicopter view to get a little bit of an overview. Probably we can zoom a little bit out there. It would be amazing to see. Oh, here we have them.
It's only 100 meters, so it will be quite a difficult job for the two of them to stay away from the breakaway.
I mean, just real check real quick. It is not. It's not
Jan Christen.
It is.
So the team UAE,
I guess.
Giving each other a turn.
Igor Arietta.
Try to
attack. It is Igor Arietta, the 23-year-old Spain.
And Niels and Paulus. Now we have it on screen. Very fight. So yeah, Niels and Paulus, he is back from injury, giving it his best. Try to go, but he's not going to the front. He's shaking the head. He doesn't want to do any more turns. probably spend a lot of energy coming to Igor Arrieta. Now their gap is opening, so it's not 100 meters
Yeah,
anymore.
but look how fast that chase group is trying to catch them. That is going to be probably a 10 to 15 second gap here, which is doable for them because the rule probably always says 1 minute in 10K. So that should be possible for them before they will reach for sure Hüttal, because we are 43.1, 43K to go in total, 188. So that's perfectly fine for them and still manageable to catch them. Samuele Battistella, EF Education in the chat with Asbjørn Helemos.
The most dangerous rider for the GC today is Peter Oxenberg, who is now in this group here from Team Ineos. He's only 4 minutes 52 down from Gregor Mühlberger. So we are now at 3 minutes 50. So it's only 1 minute shy from taking the virtual lead. So the peloton really has a task now.
They need to do something right now.
Team Austria has to do the work now.
Nielsen Paulus right now
And Igor Arrieta
leading the
now
train.
have a 10-second gap to the rest of the former breakaway of the day. So we won't see the two EF Education Easy Post riders, nor Jan Christen and Antonio Mogado pulling here to bring back Nielsen Paulus and Igor Arrieta, because they have a teammate in front. We will be up to Asbjørn Hellemose, Michi Gogel or Hugo Huhl, Peter Oxenberg or Samuel Watson from Team Ineos, Hector Alvarez and Theo Gegenhardt from Lidl Track, and Piotr Bekala from Team ATT Investments. He will just sit in the back and hope that some of the other riders will bring them back. He's a really, really strong climber, so he will fancy his final climb himself and hoping that the two of them will waste a lot of energy for this ultimate climb.
We are currently next to Eben in the Pongau, going all the way to Altenmarkt. Passing by Wagrain, last year's one of that KOM points at the 74th Tour of Austria then. And that pretty long stretched out peloton indicates that they're right now hammering down to catch them. But still free,
The gap
54.
is going up, so it's not working in the favor of the peloton. They're working well now. Igor Arrieta and Nielsen Paulus. 23 seconds now for the two of them. And it is a nasty drag through this valley, so it's going up. And now we see an attack by Piotr Bekala from Team ITT. No, it's not Piotr, he's here. Couldn't get the glimpse.
I guess is from Team Drali Repsol.
Yeah. Trying to follow is Hector Alvarez. So they are not happy with the situation, obviously, and trying to move to the front. Still Team Vorarlberg pulling in front of the Austrian national team. They have Rainer Keplinger left in front of Gregor Mühlberger. So they are down to the last man as of now.
Oh, Team Vorarlberg
Still doing
an incredible job there.
5 kilometers to the intermediate sprint in Hüttau. And we have done 1,920 vertical meters out of the 2,580 remaining today.
A bit of something is still on the menu for the athletes here, but 80% of the race still left is pretty flattish with an easy downhill parts and that but still final and hard uphill kick to Alpendorf. And in front, Igor Arieta, Lissaraga from the UAE team. And probably there we have some issues.
Fumbling with his shoes, now back in the peloton.
There we have Michi Gogel. There we have Jan Christen, Antonio Morgado.
And now they are playing cat and mouse. In front, nobody wants to bridge the gaps. They want everybody else to do it, and that's what separates them.
Always looking back with Pietro Beccala.
ATT Investments, super strong rider from Poland. With the Portuguese national champion Antonio Morgado in his wheel.
That's a thing where you're not allowed to have a dull moment there, have an unconcentrated moment, because now it is really time for them to play, as you said, back and forth, cat and mouse. Sebastian Putz back in the peloton.
Guido Oxenberg before from Team Ineos, who was fumbling with his shoe, also back in the peloton.
And swallowed by Gregor Mühlberger in front here. So it's really
trying to give the guys a pep talk, probably to keep the morale up and
to sort them for sure for the next task coming up. Already 21-second gap for the leaders to the chasers.
And also Igor Arieta, he's 5 minutes 50 back in GC, so he is trying to become dangerous to Gregor Mühlberger as well.
Strong under 23 background for Igor Arieta, also as a Spanish cyclocross champion in Junior 2020. But yeah, he's a pretty tactical satellite rider and probably got that young climbing card on his hand. On the other side, Nils Paulus, multiple winner like San Sebastian Japan Cup, Dvarsdorf London. So he got tons of victories in his vita.
Intermediate sprint in Hüttau coming up soon. Don't think the two of them will go for a maximum all-out sprint. They are more focused on taking the stage today.
20-30 seconds right now. And being that active for Niels Paulus is probably the best sign for all the therapists and all the doctors out there after having the knee surgery and the rehab for more than 5 months. That's a positive sign for sure for them, and also for sure for him, that he knows he is back to old strength and power. But they still have something to do. They still have something, or they need to play the card right now. even though they just have a comfortable gap between them and the peloton for 4 minutes and 22 seconds. But to talk a little bit tactics here, we know Gregor Mühlberger having a gap to James Shaw of 1 minute and 10 in the GC after yesterday's stage, and right now having 4 minute and 1 second delay. I guess it is now time to do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw 3 riders from the national team still being with Gregor Mühlberger. Team Vorarlberg pulling in the front, so they really have to work together really well. The other teams all have somebody up front, so they won't contribute to the work in the pelotons. And as of now, it looks like it's slipping out of their hands. Very unfortunate situation for Gregor Mühlberger, who did 2 really incredible days on the first 2 stages, bringing home 2 victories on the respective stages, and now the GC is in danger. The most dangerous man at the moment is Asbjørn Hellemose. He's 4 minutes 55 down to Gregor Mühlberger.
Passing through Hüttau right now. I've seen the aerial footage of it, and they're really hammering it down. If I look at that pace they are bringing to the concrete there, amazing.
2 riders dropping from the second group, Battistella Samuele and Theo Gegenhardt. So they will be going back to group number 3 and probably then try to contribute in the peloton.
Looking still fresh here. Nils Paulus, the man from the States.
Yeah, they're still looking strong and composed, the 2 of them. Working together really, really well. Now the gap is up to 38 seconds, so...
That was an incredible performance after the last 3K by Arietta and Paulus.
At first it didn't look like they were going to work together really well, but now I think they found their rhythm and will be the most dangerous man and the man to hunt down for the rest of the remaining peloton and breakaway group.
Yeah, but that gap isn't going anywhere. It stays at 4 minutes and 13 for the peloton, even though it is stretched widely open and indicates that, as we said before, that high pace. But in some parts, it is probably now time for them to sort everything out and to sort those domestiques into the lead, into that top of the train of the peloton, to start pulling real hard. Team Vorarlberg is there in front, then Gregor Mühlberger with
Rainer Keplinger, Sebastian Putz now back in the main bunch. Paul Werdniak still there with Gregor Mühlberger.
Those momentum was perfectly fine, used by Arietta and Paulus. And there is no testing, there is no trying.
Gohul now pulling in front of this chase group. Asbjørn Hellemose right on the rear wheel. Higogel still there. We have
Antonio Morgado in it.
Vincenzo Albanese, Samuel Watson from Team Ineos, Hector Alvarez from Little Trek, and still going strong, Piotr Bekala from Team ATT Investments.
Yeah, Paul Werdniak, jersey wide open.
It is hot today. We saw a lot of them bringing ice socks to the front. But now when the peloton is as stretched out as it is quite hard to get nutrition back from the team car.
28 to 30 degrees right now. No wind.
No wind.
Wind
but
is gone.
nutrition is key today. So getting enough fluid in. Still trying to eat, which is quite hard when it's that hot. But it's still not only finishing today, but there's 2 more stages coming up. So riders not thinking about tomorrow at the moment.
No.
But still quite a hard task ahead of them.
Yeah, after the first stage, 188k with 2,700 meters of elevation gain through the hilly hills of South Styria.
Now we have
to the Queen stage and
intermediate sprint.
Intermediate
Marietta took the intermediate sprint in front of Niels and Paulus.
That's some points just to collect, but no deciding ones for those 2 athletes, because their main goal is to grab that stage win. Still 34 seconds of a gap, but always keep in mind 32.4k to go. So that's quite a huge task for them to bring that pace into the finish area or over the finish line at St. Johann Alpendorf. But still keeping it, and also the peloton is not gaining any time. They're losing time. After the last couple of 100 meters, they lost another 10 seconds there.
Yes.
Also indicates what an intense race after yesterday's Queen stage is. So
it is what most of the riders that I've talked to yesterday expected. They expected the stage to be like it is now. We had a big breakaway. Now 2 riders pulling away from the 21-man strong breakaway, and the GC leader Gregor Mühlberger in the peloton.
Paul Verniak leading out the train right now. Probably also a new situation for the ski mountaineer here, being in a Pro Tour stage race and taking over that role as a domestique for the GC. How that is a hell of responsibility for that young, outstanding endurance athlete.
Yeah, and I mean, we heard in the previous 2 Finnish interviews of Gregor Mühlberger that he's thanking his national team squad a lot. So they have done an incredible job on the first 2 stages, and they're still doing a really strong job today. Even though the gap is rising, they're still trying everything they can to do something in the front. And now we have them going back. Rainer Keplinger.
Oh, Kevin van Melke with the green jersey.
Yeah. Keplinger usually racing for behind victorious. Sebastian Putz from the Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe development team. They are all racing together for the Austrian national team. So they have got a group of very strong individual riders.
Many thought it would be an enormous task for the national team, the Austrian national team, to perform well here at the Tour of Austria, because at stage 1 it was the real first time for them to race as a group, to race as a team, to start to communicate as a team. But after those 2 stages, we're pretty much sure that that works amazingly fine for the Austrian national team. So the next upcoming 10k also with a little bit of rise in it, a bit of false flat parts, and here with Alpecin Premier Tech, Hugo Huel from Canada, Tour de France stage winner 2022 at the stage number 16, and 6 times Tour de France finisher, also known as a ruler and as a breakaway specialist. So Hugo Huel still, but trying to keep that gap close with his fellow teammate Michi Gogel right now leading that train. The Austrian Tour de France finish at 2017, 18, 2021 and 23. So also he one hell of a rider there.
Probably the final time to get some nutrition, fresh bottles, few gels. Keep the calorie intake high for the finish. Yeah, Michi Gogel doing a big push in front of this chase group. Not expecting any turns from EF Education, easy post.
ATT investment is always up for something, and it is the only representative of the Conti teams in that breakaway, and for all of them, not just in the breakaway, especially in the chase group amongst all those World Tour teams. There again, beautiful pictures, and here you can see it is not a flat part. It is a hilly one coming up, who's always a little bit off of force, flat sections in it. Still having some respites, a few of them respites in it, but in that final phase, in that 29.3k, there is not many time, or not a lot of time to pull a little bit out, especially knowing that 45 seconds gap between Arietta, Paules, the chasers, and then another 4 minutes and 14 to the peloton.
So we still have the group with Patrick Gemper, Ricardo Zeudel, Nicolas Ginter, Thomas Gichler. So 1 minute 20 seconds in front of the peloton. And as of now, Igor Arietta is only 1 minute and 24 seconds behind Gregor Mühlberger in the GC. So he is becoming a danger man today.
Danger man Arietta, the young one. That man to look at the third stage. Probably also a bit of team tactics by UAE after last year's win from Isaac Del Toro. So UAE is up for something, but what it is, that stays a mystery. Oh, Nielsen Paules there.
The wheel of Igor Arietta again.
52 seconds already. 52 seconds, Costi. That is amazing. Those two on the way to Wagrain. 27k to go. Yeah. The title of stage number 3 is a stage for breakaways. And since the early start on, we've witnessed tons of breakaways.
.1 kilometers to the finish, so we are halfway through the valley there, and then it is a 10-15 kilometer descent before the final rise up to Alpendorf. 2.6 kilometer, a 6.5% average gradient climb up to the finish. And as of now, it looks quite good for my predictions.
Yeah. I'm happy to have that body sitting next to me with always the best predictions. But my prediction yesterday was Gregor Mühlberger, so I got 100% there. So you need to step up your game a little bit more, Fabi, because I guess it is not decided yet. I guess there's still something to pop up in the last 15k, but right now having a minute gap tells us something different. Alpecin right now pulling little track, so the cooperation in the breakaway is pretty much on fleek right now. Altemark next to that famous ski producer. Also on that point last year was that deciding point for that another breakaway or another catch try to get those two from Team Vorarlberg back into the peloton, and then ended up with an incredible sprint finish with Isaac del Toro and his former or his fellow UAE teammates.
Just past the Atomic Ski Factory.
I try to avoid naming it, so it's good. It's Atomic. Talking about Isaac del Toro, doing an incredible job at the Tour de France. Yesterday, Tourmalet, there was a little chat with Tadej Pogačar, where Tadej said, "You went too fast." And also me. And remembering especially Queen Stage 2025, that was also amazing performance.
Amazing performance also by Pogačar's teammate Igor Arieta at the Tour of Austria today. Do you think he can go for the GC jersey today?
We have 4 minutes and 54
So they would have
seconds.
to take more than a minute off the peloton, which now looks like they got some more help from another team pulling in front.
Kind of looks
stretched
like
out.
ATT Investments. Then the team Vorarlberg Lidl track is pulling, but I don't see Ineos. That company is somewhere sitting in the first third of the peloton. Now again an onboard view. Here we have it a bit. The team Vorarlberg again doing an incredible job. They tried to bring Tobias Nolde over that mountains to keep him in that KOM jersey. Unfortunately, after yesterday, he got the messages from Emanuel Zangale. He pretty much pulled the trigger there. So, but still, being in the breakaway for so long and trying to go for that red and white jersey was a perfect job and a perfect presentation for him, and for sure also for Team Vorarlberg.
Yeah, a lot of riders who are not like super strong climbers, they probably have marked today's stage in their calendar. A lot of them also tried to save as much energy as possible yesterday, and I had Emanuel Zangale on the phone yesterday, and he said, yeah, today would be an opportunity for them, also tomorrow. It doesn't look like they made the best choices or missed the front group today, so now they have to pull in the peloton. I just hope they will have enough energy for tomorrow, so the local teams can also get a piece of the cake. Speaking of taking home stage wins.
But today's stage is completely in World Tour team hands with UAE and EF Education, Easy Post, and so far it is looking good for them.
Yeah, tactically it's a super high stage for everybody. I mean, they knew a big break was getting clear. That's what everybody predicted, but I don't think they thought of it to turn out the way it does at the moment.
Yeah, they pretty much used the momentum in that specific moment to start that attack, and there was no any counterattack by that huge breakaway group. Right now they're just trying to survive. They're just trying to keep that gap as it is in 1 minute and 22 seconds, but the peloton is starting to pull even harder and harder, because we're right now at 4 minutes and 8 and we've been at 4 minutes 25.
But we must not forget that there is still another group between the chasers and the peloton, and as of now, from the information that I have, they are pulling back to the chase group, and if they come together again, it will be 17 guys, which will shuffle the cards.
And that will be again a completely new situation, completely new train coming. Nielsen Paul is using a bit of the split stream here by the UAE car, while Igor Arieta is filling up the boxes there. Here we have that follows Jan Christensen is trying to cool his legs and head here. We already said it up to 30 degrees right now there in Altenmark, and so far amazing performance by ATT Investment, especially by Piotr Pekala in that chase group.
Really
Incredible.
Strong ride by the young man from Poland. Took the cheesy in Banja Luka, Belgrade Banja Luka in 24. Finished second in the Men Elite National Championships in Poland. So his form is going up. And he's definitely one to watch out for the day, tomorrow, and the future.
Yeah, he got some impressive wins. Battle of Warsaw, Tour of Malopolska, Pro Race 2025. So it's definitely up for something big to come here. Piotr Pekala, ATT Investments. 20k to go. 1 minute 14, but 3 minute 56 peloton. Are you keep your predictions alive, or you trying to change it?
No, I'm sticking with my original thought.
Yeah, but being in that breakaway, being one of those two, what huge mistakes can happen there, despite having a technical or a mechanical or something like that, or just like going a little bit over top. If the cooperation is still as fine as it is right now, that's a thing to bring home. Probably then. ATT pulling. Oh, that is shrinking. 3 minutes and 50. But 19.5k to go. What do you guys think at home? Are they able to close in the gap, or are we able to see one of those two riders ahead, Nielsen Paulus or Igor Arieta, taking home that stage. We'll be interested to get more insights from you.
You are now 19 kilometers. We're here with the chase group that consists of 9 riders: Jan Christian, Antonio Magado, both from UAE Team Emirates, XRG, Vincenzo Albanese from Education First Easy Post, Asbjørn Helmose, the Danish rider for Team Jaco Alula. We have Michi Gogol, the national champion of Austria, with his teammate from Alpecin, the König, Hugo Huhl. We have Samuel Watson from Team Ineos. We have Hector Alvarez from Team Little Track. And we have Piotr Pekola, the Conti rider from Team ATT Investments. The third group is said to be around 2 minutes behind the leaders, so they're 48 seconds behind this chase group, still containing Ricardo Zeudel and Patrick Gamper. And 3 minutes 40 down is the peloton with the GC leader Gregor Mühlberger.
Yeah, time-wise, it is a huge gap, but distant-wise, as we are able to witness right now, looks not that far away, because you can see them in the upper corner of the picture, going towards Wagrain right now. So 1 minute and 12, but the peloton is working pretty hard. So we got 3 minutes and 43. So also Fabio got another prediction here. Matteo also thinks that those two are going to make it. Yeah, Nielsen Paulus. Bit of
Comeback tour for him.
Comeback feeling. Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to say. Comeback feeling after 5 months of being away for him. Feeling like a newcomer in the tour, knowing that he got tons of experiences loaded on his shoulders. And now Lidl Track is in charge of pulling 3 minutes and 40 at 20 to go. So 3K behind them. That's not quite far.
Yeah, but for now it's still looking really, really good for the leading group, the leading duo. 3 minutes 40 seconds for the peloton. It gives the impression of damage control for the peloton now. I don't see them coming back before the finish line.
Normally it would be like the national team in charge for pulling at the peloton. Not right now. We've seen Lidl Track taking over the comments here. So that is also quite unusual there, because normally the national team should defend that GC.
Yeah, they have to rely on some help from the other teams today, and is also in the other team's interest to bring back the leading duo, because they have no chance of getting the stage victory if they not contribute to the work in the peloton.
16.1 in that downhill section right now. Probably an advantage, or not just probably, it is an advantage for the peloton here in that section to use the split stream, to use for sure also that momentum by that leading riders there, and it's also a bit of a disadvantage for those two ahead.
The duo can now try and recover a little bit in the downhill.
Some respites, but not too much.
Not too much, but try to get some fluid in. Probably take a gel and then be loaded for the last climb.
Yeah, and the last climb has it in it. Up to St. Johann Alpendorf with that steep finish for sure. There's no flat part in it, and a pretty nasty left-hand turn up to the finish, so which makes it even harder for the group or for more. Or for especially for the peloton to position and their sprinters in the right place, or to really get that position to use and to start on that sprint. So Wagrain right now.
Great area for skiing. Also a fantastic area to take out your mountain bike and
many people
go on
know
the trail.
that famous Christmas carol, Silent Night. That one who wrote it is buried in that region, Josef Mohr. So not just an incredible sport action we got delivered, also some cultural insights into Austria, into an amazing testing ground for upcoming stars, and for sure also proving ground for actual stars here at the Tour of Austria. Like Andrea Baglioli said in the interview earlier, it is an amazing country, it is an amazing stage race. It got everything in it, and it got for sure also an incredibly tight finish, probably then if Arietta and Paules keep working as good as they work together to reach that finish.
Back in the peloton, we have ATT Investments pulling in the front. We have another rider from Little Track contributing to the work done by Team Vorarlberg and Team Austria to keep the distance as little as possible, to try to narrow the gap down. They have now pulled back 1 minute already, but it will be quite hard for them to pull back 3 minutes 20. There will probably be some fresh riders in the peloton who can do something in the ultimate climb. On board with Lukas Hatz now, you can hear a little bit of the riders chatting.
Yeah, I don't think so that they're in the chatty mood right now, but not at all. Also with two riders here, also pretty active Conti team at the Tour of Austria. Then VSA KTM Graz presented them in an incredible manner here at the Tour of Austria. So, but right now 11.8k, 10k to go, 3 minutes and 23 seconds. That
less than 10 kilometers before they start the last climb, and it will be down to who has the freshest legs, who can take on this climb up to Alpendorf and take the stage number 3 of this year's little Tour of Austria.
Oh, that is again and pretty exciting finish. We had early on Lienz, then 3 kilometers after the start, the Felix Gall sprint classification, because Felix is around that region, born and raised, and then up to Matrei Felbertau and all the way down to the Bongau with some nasty uphills and for sure also some pretty technical downhills, especially down to the Felbertau with some
high-speed sections up to 100k an hour.
Pretty tight turns towards Mittersill. Then right-hander Pinzgau, Zell am See, right-hander Bongau, and then we are in that last 10k phase of the third stage. Oh, Vincenzo Albanese here.
He can save some energy in the back of the chase group. Will not have to contribute to any other work done in the chase group. he will have the freshest legs coming up to this last climb and see what he can do. Also, the two other riders from Team UAE, they will have a fresh pair of legs for this climb, because the other guys have to share the work between the 6 of them.
And Vincenzo Albanese is a stage hunter. Giro di Sicilia stage winner. To the limousine overall, Giro d'Italia, Coppa Sabattina, Trofeo Matteotti. So, those are some impressive results by Vincenzo from EF Education, and knowing that Nielsen Paulus is there in the lead probably gives him another boost there.
For sure. And also for Nielsen Paulus, knowing that he has a rider in the back is probably a good motivation for him. I mean, same goes for Igor Arrieta. Yeah, they definitely won't hand each other any gifts on this last climb, trying to work together until the climb starts, and then for sure the cohesion will be gone within a second.
But looking onto the GC right now, because we still got a little bit of time. We know James Shaw from EF Education is in 2nd place, Kevin van Melk in 3rd place, Bauke Mollema in 4th place, and we said already, I asked the question, why is Little Trek pulling it? And now it occurs to me, because Bauke Mollema is in 4th place, so that's the GC working for him.
They want to step onto the podium in Vienna. Yeah, the peloton pulled back 42 seconds in the last half hour of racing. So I don't think it will be... They're running out of time as of now. They have to do a lot of work on the last climb, or do an incredible attack.
Now Little Trek is pulling.
2 riders, so still saving some of their athletes.
Oh, now they're pulling real hard. Then we have the Austrian national team, ATT Investment, with 2 riders in the top spear here.
And then at the bottom of the screen,
there's UAE again also. 1 minute and 1 second and 7.8 to go.
Right, they're starting to attack each other now. Yeah.
Igor Arrieta, Lizarraga, and Nielsen Paulus. Spain and America are trying to take home that stage win in Austria at the 3rd stage of the Lidl Tour of Austria. In that spicy downhill, 7.5k to go. We are on our way to St. Johann again, and also the chase group is in that downhill already. But probably it all comes together to a group sprint then, if they manage to bring up the pace a little bit more.
So the chase group is 1 minute down.
And that second chase group you mentioned before, with Teudl in it.
Gamper, Tichler, Adamitz, Ginter. They are now being swallowed by the peloton in a few seconds.
Oh, and look how fast that train is coming towards them. That would be a good call for them to go a little bit to the side to let them went through here, and to get a good place here. Yeah, that's a complete different picture right now. They did an incredible job trying to bring back that breakaway or that chases, but now it's time for them to find their place in the peloton and ride together into the finish area. J.K. Lula here with Patrick Gamper is right now overrolled.
3 kilometers for the leading duo until the bottom of the climb. The chase group is 1 minute down. It is still manageable for the chase group to catch the two of them if they have a strong attack. I mean, the two riders in front, they spend a lot of energy getting clear.
Yeah, and that last uphill up is 2.6k long, with maxing out all the way to 14.8%, and that maxing out is at the very end of that climb. It is where the finish line is located. An average is okay, 606.5%, but in meters, 173 meters in elevation gain for those two in front, for keeping them safe, or keeping them into that finish area. 1.8 minute is the gap, 2 minutes and 55.
And the peloton is down to less than 3 minutes.
Yeah,
so
that's not doable for the peloton. That is not doable for the peloton. They probably waited a bit too long, because Arietta and Paules are back in St. Johann.
1.5k to the bottom of the climb for these two now. We are on to a very exciting finish.
But is it coming all together with a sprint, or are they trying to attack each other one more time?
Tightening the shoes, so
that means
he's
that there's
preparing for an attack. Maybe he doesn't want to wait for...
And here it is.
No,
not yet, not yet. That was a bit too less powerful for Igor Arietta. Nielsen Paules keeping it cool on the back wheel here for a moment. Out of the saddle. 3 minutes and 2. No, that is not... that thing is done. And the only thing that could happen is that chase group number 1...
Yeah, we will for sure.
Not able to erase that gap between...
maybe not for the peloton, but the chase group.
55 seconds.
We will see some attacks there.
Ineos right now in charge with Hugo Huel from Lidl, not from Alpecin Premier Tech.
Yeah, and now we are 300 meters shy from the bottom of the climb, and that's probably where the fireworks will be lit. Nielsen Paules already getting rid of his bottle, so saving every single bit of weight.
And here we have it. 2.64, 173 meters in elevation gain, 6.6 and 14.8, and that 14.8 maxing out is at the very end. So that is a bit of a,
nasty finish.
Nasty little finish kick for those two, starting slowly, but starting steady, but not slowly. That last climb per 2 minutes, but we got 41 seconds. So Costi 38 seconds right now is that gap, and it's tight. It's closing. It is closing.
We're already in the climb now. It's quite steady at the bottom, and then it is ramping up.
2.5 and 20 seconds. That's
still doing turns, the two of them in.
That is not the thing we would like to see here. That is not much. That is just a glimpse of distance between the leaders and the chasers, and also here trying to start the positioning. Jury car, and we're in that nasty climb up.
And once the chasers can see the two of them, they will go for the attack.
Yeah, and in any moment they will see them or are probably able to see them already here in close-up with Igor Arieta.
So it's UAE against Team Education First, easy post. It's Igor Arieta versus Niels and Paulus, or will we see some of the chasers trying to attack?
Igor Arieta.
Still doing strong turns, the two of them. 1.8 kilometers to go.
Oh, no, there's still way to go. There's still way to go.
We're getting tricked by the time gap. In meters, it's not that much.
And now you can see it, that switch. Oh, we got an attack here. We got an attack here out of the chasers. It is... It is Jan Christen. Jan Christen from UAE is on his way out. Probably he got the command there just right up to try to help Igor Arieta.
But not bring anybody with you. And then it will be a difficult situation for Niels and Paulus. But he is used to it. I previously mentioned it. He already won a Belgium Classic against free riders from Team Jumbo-Visma. So he is asked who was
look at that pace by Jan Christen, the Swiss champion.
Now, Jaco Alula pulling in the peloton. Probably for Paul Double, who is still second in GZ.
Jan Christen took a Giro Italia stage win this year, and not just road race champion, also time trial champion. And it is the first real performance for him.
The Flamme Rouge for the first two riders. What is the gap to Jan Christen? There we have the Flamme Rouge. The last kilometer. And
now
after this stage,
it is time for them. It is time. It is done with testing, done with back and forth. 1K to go, ramping up all the way to 14.5%. Here up to St. Johann Alpendorf, up to the finish of the third stage of the Tour of Austria. And Fabi, the big question, is it or was it too late for Jan Christen to start that attack here? Because the Flamme Rouge isn't in sight yet for him.
Yeah, but the hardest part of the climb is still yet to come. He has the freshest legs. I wonder what the time gap is, but he is looking composed. Like he really wants to go there, and he really wants to battle Niels and Paulus, and probably also his teammate
Igor Arieta, one of the top contenders, actually was on paper for this year's Tour of Austria, but missing out stage 1 and missing out for sure also stage 2 wasn't in his favor actually, but
500 meters
500 meters to go. 500 meters for Niels and Paulus right now pulling Igor Arieta, and he knows.
If he sees the gap is coming down, he won't do any more turns and just wait for his teammate. Nah, you can see the flick of the elbow. Niels and Paulus wants him to go by, so the gap is probably still big enough. Otherwise,
500 meters. It's 100 meters. 100 meters gap. 100 meters gap.
That's hard, but not impossible to do for Jan Christen.
Now he goes. Igor Arieta.
Right on the wheel.
300
now
meters.
We are onto the steep part.
That is the last part of it. It is the last 200 meters. 14.5%. 200 meters, and it is still
better position for Niels and Paulus. He's in the front, and now they are going.
Igor Arieta is going. Arieta is going.
Niels and Paulus still in front.
Niels and Paulus.
Now he's going strong.
It's Paulus coming. Yes,
Education first. Easy post takes the win.
Niels and Paulus taking the win here at stage number 3 in front of Igor Arieta, UAE, and in front of Jan Christen, also UAE. What an incredible last phase of the race here at the third stage. 4 hours and 9 minutes. Here are the chase group with Michi Gogel in it, Antonio Morgado in it, ATT Investment with Piotr Pekala and Jaco Lula. Asbjørn Helmoser is going
for the honors.
EF Education again in the sprint.
Vincenzo Albanese will bring home 4th position. Vincenzo Albanese. Yeah, strong performance by Team Education First Easy Post. UAE will be quite disappointed, even though they finished 2nd and 3rd place. And we have the happy winner, Niels and Paulus.
Yeah, kudos to you, Fabi. Kudos to all those in the stream for saying it was always Niels and Paulus and predicted Niels and Paulus as a stage winner here at the Tour of Austria.
Now we see the battle of the peloton.
Oh,
ATT Investments.
Team Vorarlberg, rad-net, rad-net.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little track. And also coming into the finish, Gregor Mühlberger in the red jersey. Yes, that was what an incredible stage. 188k, 2,370 meters in elevation gain, and a lucky winner with fresher legs than in the end, with an incredible sprint battle against Igor Adieta from UAE. Nation Paulus. And he is getting also the kudos by his teammates there. And here in the replay, one more time, that sprint.
Such a
Pretty
clean sprint. High cadence, and he took off super strong.
And Igor Arieta isn't happy. You can see him smashing.
Oh, of course not. He did a lot of work trying to stay clear, and then losing by just a few meters is a hard one to take in.
That's for sure a hard one to take in at St. Johann Alpendorf. After last year's incredible finish, we were able to witness one more this year here with Paulus taking home the victory. Arieta, Jan Christian Albanese, Morgado Gogel in 7th place, Helmos Alvarez, Piotr Pekala, the only Conti team in the top 10. So all comes together to EF UAE, Ineos, Alpecin and Lidl. Whew.
What a stage.
What a stage. We got the dad of Niels and Paulus in our chat. Great job, son. That is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Mr. Paulus, for tuning in here. Another wheelie, another style points classification there at the GC. Stays Gregor Mühlberger in red, Kevin Vermeerke second, Bauke Mollema third place, overtook Rodriguez, Paul Double, Andrew August, James Shaw, Thoralf Ringinen, Martinsen, Finlay Pickering and Igor Arieta did quite a jump up in the GC into the top 10. So the Austrian national team moving on with another red jersey there. For stage 4.
Coming up tomorrow.
And also that is a nice one. Steyr to Steyr, 360 degrees Alpenland, 170.5k. 2,325 meters again in elevation gain. And we have there the Porscheberg. That is a pretty intense one. And remembering last year's Tour of Austria with a home victory by Felix Großschartner at Steyr stage number 4, second last stage with 3 sprint classifications and 3 mountain classifications in that stage. Coming up again with enjoying that
Sprint one more time.
Yeah, Fabi, we had everything. We had a nervous start. We had an early breakaway. We had again a breakaway and again a breakaway, and then 2 lucky winners up in St. Johann Alpendorf. And a good prediction. 100% prediction there. So
Trying to match Emily Cooper there.
for tomorrow we are even. Tomorrow a new game starts, a new incredible stage is coming up, but before we surely want to hear the lucky winner, Nelson Paulus. Yeah, it was again beautiful weather. Stage 1 with rain yesterday. A bit of an overcast up to the Großglockner, but today some clouds on the sky and pretty hot temperatures up to 30 degrees, rising all the way from Tyrol back to Salzburg and to a prestigious mountaintop finish. It was the second mountaintop finish of the Tour of Austria yesterday with the Glockner, today with the Alpendorf, and tomorrow and on Sunday we are reaching flatter parts of Austria towards the capital of Austria, Vienna, where then the huge final of the Tour of Austria will be held. And yeah, the GC so far looks good for the Austrians, but tomorrow and on Sunday there are still some things to happen, and we are right now having the pleasure of hearing Nelson Paulus in the interview with Sophie Geschke.
Congratulations, it's your first win after your great comeback. How do you feel right now?
I'm very, very satisfied, very happy. I came here with the ambition of winning a stage, and I knew it was going to be 50-50 if I was good enough after such a long time without racing. But yeah, my knee held up, my knee's holding up, and I feel really strong, and it's really nice to be winning bike races again. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen at all this year, but yeah, here I am, the first win, so it feels really nice.
It's your first win after more than 1 year. It must be a special victory.
It's very special, yeah. I told my coach that I just really wanted to win a bike race this year. I didn't care where it was or how it happened, but yeah, it just feels really good to already achieve that goal. And yeah, I feel like I can finally put this nasty chapter behind me with surgery and rehab that was really complicated. But I just feel so incredible, and yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to my teammates as well for helping me today. I had 2 in the breakaway with me, Samuele and Vincenzo, and they just did an incredible job helping me save energy, and it's always a team effort, so I'm really happy to win, and I'm really happy to have done it with an incredible team.
in Austria.
In Austria. It's a beautiful country, and yeah, I've been having so much fun here. The views are incredible, the roads are smooth, and it's a wonderful place to restart bike racing.
Thank you. All the best for tomorrow.
Thanks.
All the best for tomorrow. And it's good to hear also from him. We said it in the stream, we said it in the commentary. It is a perfect sign for each and every helping hand to bring him back into the top position with his knee injury 5 months ago. So everything is fine. He just wanted to win a race. It was a year out to winning that race. And we got another interview coming up real short.
Gregor, everything was planned like this. You're still in red, you're still the leader, so it was a perfect day for you.
Yeah, definitely a perfect day. Amazing support from my guys until the break went. We tried that the break will make it to the finish, and yeah, with one guy of us in it, it was the perfect scenario. But yeah, unluckily, Sebastian did a lot of work yesterday, and so he had to drop. But yeah, I think he's fine. He will recover well, and everybody will be ready for tomorrow.
You're looking forward to tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's I would say definitely my home race tomorrow, and yeah, a lot of people will cheer me on. Hopefully, next to the Porsche Berg, and yeah, I'm keen to let myself suffer on this climb.
Thank you. No.
To let myself suffer on that stage. Porsche Berg, it is a real home race for Gregor Mühlberger, and also again paying a tribute to his teammates who did really again an outstanding job.
Yeah, he is an incredible team leader. I mean, also giving credit to his teammates who really did an amazing job all 3 stages so far, and tomorrow he will have the leading jersey on his shoulders going home to Steyr, and probably seeing a lot of friends that he hasn't seen in a while, and yeah, he'll be extra motivated.
Extra motivated also will we be tomorrow when we start at 3 p.m. then with the 1 p.m. for sure. You're right. 1 p.m. with the Tour of Austria stage 4. Sorry, 3 p.m. We're stage 4 tomorrow. Yeah, 3 p.m. for sure. We will start with the stage 4 tomorrow. And yeah, I want to say thank you very much, Fabi, for joining me and joining us again as the expert here at this 3rd stage. And we don't just let the pictures speak, and say thank you very much for tuning in, and see you tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Thank you for having me, and tune in tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Team. Am Sportfeld am See. Welcome. Ja, und somit, meine Damen und Herren, dauert es nicht mehr lange. Besenwagen ist da. Das heißt, alle wieder bei uns im Ziel. Und somit Strecke wieder frei. Und wir freuen uns jetzt in wenigen Minuten auf die großen Sieger und hier auf der großen Bühne.
So, liebe Leute, bis es losgeht mit der Sieger und ganz schnell haben wir noch, wie schon gesagt, viele Topstars hier. Wir freuen uns auf zwei wirkliche Legenden hier bei uns. Herzlich willkommen auf der Bühne noch einmal.
Großartig. Also die Stimmung an der Strecke ist super, alle Zuseherinnen am Straßenrand, die anfeuern, die Fahrer, die sich durchkämpfen und dann am Schluss jetzt die Kulisse und der Anstieg. Also großartige sportliche Leistung, aber großartige Organisation.
Du als ehemalige Profisportlerin warst ja Faustball-Nationalteamspielerin unter anderem. Wie schätzt man das ein, was da der Radsport, der Gregor Mühlberger, alle österreichischen Fahrer bewegen, das ist sensationell, oder in unserem Land?
Das ist sensationell. Grundsätzlich als Radsportlerin bewundere ich immer alle Ausdauersportler. Ich kann mir das persönlich überhaupt nicht vorstellen, was da für ein Training dahinter steckt. Und ja, also ich glaube, beim Radfahren ist es für mich immer so spannend, dass ich auf der einen Seite diese individuellen Höchstleistungen habe, aber dann trotzdem diese Mannschaftsleistung, die eben auch passen muss. Das Team dahinter, die Serviceleute, die Kameraden, die mithelfen, damit man einen ordentlichen Erfolg sieht. Ich glaube, das macht den Radsport aus. Und dass man hier in Österreich, ich bin ja nicht objektiv, glaube ich, aber als Salzburgerin, glaube ich, haben wir heute die schönste Etappe der Tour of Austria gesehen.
Das ist ein grandes Darstellung, wie soll ich sagen. Vielen Dank nochmal Applaus. Michaela Spinte, Sportstaatssekretärin. Und damit gehen wir rein in die Besten des Tages.
Wir kommen, meine Damen und Herren, zum Tagessieger. Der Gewinner der dritten Etappe.
Winner, today's third stage.
Education Easy Post.
Aus den USA, representing the United States of America.
Unter diesen Applaus für Nissan
Paulus!
Prosecco von Weideko und ein anderer. Die verschiedenen Tourabordner in die Regionalreihe von Katholis, Kilisradogon, Radavicellaro, Güterwege, Wein werden bereit.
The Bright Squad Magnum Bottle of Sparkling Wine Edition. Dieser Barcode Limited Edition ist für Tyrol für Magenta Distance and a voucher of limited Snow Spencer Cyprus Ski. I handed it over by.
Magister Martin Zaun.
Von der Bürgermeisterin der Stadtgemeinde St. Johann Pongau, Mayor of St. Johann Pongau, Evelyn Huber.
Sowie Frau Vorstandsvorsitzende des Salzburg und gemeinsame Stadtgemeinde und der Jugendwald Pongau. Sponsor der Tour Austria Trophäe, Ingenieur Wolfgang Hettegar.
Yeah, you are back. Entdeckung, hey, er hat im Februar eine Operation gehabt, seine Lieblingsrennen verpasst. Die Tour für sein Comeback-Rennen. Und jetzt lassen wir es klatschen, liebe Leute. He is back. Vielen Dank für den Stage-Winner. Diese
Nochmals herzliche Gratulation und von Tages. Hier kommen wir jetzt zum roten Trikot. Der Führende in der Liga Tour of Austria nach der Etappe zum Träger des roten Trikots für den Gesamtführenden. Präsentiert von Lidl und Skoda. Leader after third stage, a very rare leader jersey presented by Lidl and Skoda. Für das österreichische Nationalteam. Und jetzt darf es richtig laut werden. Der Mann in Rot, Gregor Mühlberger! Ein Miniaturautomat Skoda sowie ein Riesenobstkorb werden überreicht von Red Leaders Jersey, one bottle of sparkling wine of Wine & Co. and the Skoda Own Cup and a little fruit basket are handed over by Lead Brand Managing und Partnerships Stephanie Radler, unsere Lead Freshie und vom Geschäftsführer vom Autohaus Viertaler Bischofshofer, from the CEO of Autohaus Viertaler in Bischofshofer, Herr Hans Viertaler.
Und die Frage ist bei Gregor Mühlberger immer, welche der Sektflaschen, die er bekommt, reißt er denn auf? Heute keine? Okay, es steht, oh, wow, er ist einfach ein unfassbar toller Mann. Er hat gesagt, na, erste Reihe sind Kids, da lassen wir die Champagne heute zu. Das ist toll. Aber Applaus für Gregor Mühlberger!
Ja, und bei uns geht es gleich weiter mit dem grünen Trikot. Der Führende in der Punktewertung nach der dritten Etappe sowie Träger des grünen Trikots präsentiert von Skoda.
Leader on classification 1 points on today's third stage. And very now, the green jersey presented by Skoda.
Für das österreichische Nationalteam.
Und Applaus für Gregor
Mühlberger!
The green jersey is Skoda Motor, one bottle of sparkling wine from Lienz, Johann Alpendorf.
Geschäftsführer vom Autohaus Viertaler Bischofshofer, der CEO der Autohaus Viertaler Bischofshofer, Herr Hans Viertaler. zur dritten Etappe zum Träger des rot-weißen Trikots präsentiert von Martha Macker.
King after mountain classification leader after the third stage. And burning now the red-white jersey presented by Martha Macker.
Für das österreichische Nationalteam.
Wir werden wieder laut für Gregor
Mühlberger!
The red-white jersey, one magnum bottle of sparkling wine seal. A good back project from Martha Macker. I hand it over by.
Geschäftsführer Martha Markov und Vizepräsident des österreichischen Radsportverbandes, CEO of Martha Markov and Vice Chairman of the Austrian Cycling Federation, Herr Jürgen Jackson.
Sing the side of Martha Macker. Georg Skell.
Wir kommen zum schwarzen Trikot. Der führende in der Landeswertung nach der dritten Etappe zum Träger des schwarzen Trikots präsentiert von Dan Küche.
Leader of the Young Rider classification after today's third stage. And wearing now the black jersey presented by Dan Küchen, my happy place.
Team Net Company Ineos.
Aus den USA representing the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for AJ
August!
Das schwarze Trikot, eine Markenflasche des Sektor von 3 und 2 werden überreicht von
A white jersey and one magnum bottle of sparkling wine of one NCO handed over by.
Geschäftsführer der Danküche Studio K&K CEO und dann Kitchen Studio K&K Gernot Kochern mit Nicole Hofmann. Wir kommen zum Orangen Trikot. Der beste Österreicher, eben gesagt, das war nach der dritten Etappe. Und somit Träger des Orangen Trikots präsentiert von Lukas Ebenbichler.
The best Australian rider after today's third stage in the GC. Very now, the special orange jersey presented by the Lienz.
Für das österreichische Nationalteam.
Once again, Gregor
Mühlberger! Das Orange-Trikot, eine Dankeschön von Marokko und ein Brüder Weißschwarz werden überreicht von
the orange jersey, one magnum bottle of sparkling wine of wine and seal and a track of Gebrüder Weiss. I'll hand it over by.
Sales Manager von Gebrüder Weiss Salzburg. Gebrüder Weiss Sales Manager in Salzburg, Sebastian Wilfig.
Und der Staatssekretärin für Sport, State Secretary for Sports, Miss Michaela Schmidt.
Und das ist er, der Mann in Rot und jetzt auch in Orange, Gregor Mühlberger! Und somit kommen wir zum attraktivsten Fahrer. Der gute Fahrer der heutigen dritten Etappe ausgezeichnet. Lienz in gelben Trikot von Druck.at und der offiziellen Startnummer unseres Medienpartners Salzburger Nachrichten.
The sexy Friday of today's third stage, honored with the yellow jersey by Druck.at and a special big number of our media partner Salzburger Nachrichten.
Team ATT Investment
aus Polen, representing Poland.
Unser Applaus für Piotr
Bedala.
Und die Widerstandsnummer werden überreicht von
The yellow jersey, one magnum box of sparkling wine by Antio, and the media bit number handed over by
Sportredakteur der Salzburger Nachrichten, Sportseditor auf Salzburger Nachrichten, Michael Schmeichler.
Redakteur, Kolumnist und Radliterat der Salzburger Nachrichten, Bernhard Flieger und
Verkaufsleiter von Druck.at, Herr Sales, Druck.at, Raphael Feier.
Champagne shower, I guess. Piotr, let's celebrate together. Come on.
Das ist ein dieser Fahrer
Cheers to you, buddy.
Congrats one more time and thank you very much for coming here zur letzten Ehrung. Der Gewinner der Cycling Austria Tour 75 Wolfgang Mayer der dritten Etappe.
The winner of the special Cycling Austria 275 Wolfgang Steinmeier Memorial Classification.
Für das österreichische Nationalteam.
Wir werden laut für Sebastian! Johann Alpendorf from Wiesbaden and over
The President of the Austrian Cycling Federation, Herr Harald Mayer.
Präsident des Salzburger Landesradsportverbandes, herzliche Gratulation und unser Applaus für Sebastian Kunzi-Pols!
Der Fotos abgeschossen. Und lieber Putzi, lass dich jetzt weg, die Wiesbaden wurscht.
Ja, wir hoffen, du hast Hunger, Putzi. Ja. Genial. Und somit sagen wir wieder mal Danke, oder? Jahr für Jahr das geilste Publikum im österreichischen Radsport. Hier, ich sag's Johann Alpendorf, das seid ihr, liebe Leute.
Vielen, vielen Dank, Johann Alpendorf, das war sie. Die dritte Etappe der 75. Lienz von heute. Morgen geht's von Salzburg nach Oberösterreich.
Und Premium-Etappe wie auch in den vergangenen Jahren. Steier in die Riedkorf-Hofburg. Start am Nachmittag, also ausschlafen am ersten Ferientag.
13 Uhr.